YouTube, Coach Wiz, we back with another reaction video today. We got Larry Bird Trash Talking Stories. This one is by Uncut Hoops. Shout out to him. Y'all go show him some love. Is Larry Bird the best trash talker ever? Let's get to it, man. Hope everybody's doing well. If you want personal training, hit that link. I specialize in the old heads. Let's get it.
Told Robert Reedy the other stay there. He should have stayed in preaching. That was funny. He had 50 points.
And you know, Larry Bird ain't never playing no great defense. He like sagging off a little bit. So he tell the guy, "You can't shoot. I'm not worrying about guard you." I said, "Man, shoot it in the face. Shoot it in the face."
Mark hit a three-pointer on Larry Bird and said, "Take a look at that." And Bird just came right back and hit three-pointers in a row. Basically said to him, and we all heard it, that you're out of your league.
Or he'd say, "Danny, give me the ball," or "DJ, give me the ball. I got this guy in the torture chamber down here." Why the guy was standing right there listening to him say it.
The ball went to Larry. Isaiah was all out of whack. He had the ball at three-point range. He goes, "Hey, who's guarding me?" Everybody looked around. He just stood there, held the ball, and Isaiah said, he ran out there and just shot it. Too late. The originator.
Yo, Larry was a savage. Yo, to talk like that on the court full of brothers, you're a different type of animal. I'm sorry. I'm just keeping it real. You're a different type of animal. They talk about Jordan, Peyton, who's some modern day ones? Draymond Green, a lot of KG. But Larry was different.
Of getting in your face and talking trash.
And then you sit there and you go, "This guy up in my face talking noise. He ain't that fast. He's slow."
But he knew how to aggravate you, agitate you enough to get you out of your game.
I was guarding in my rookie year. He looked at me and he goes, "You can't stop me." And I looked at him and I said, "Gosh, boy, you're so confident." He was confident. You're a rookie. You don't know anything. He proceeded to score like 10 straight points on me. Coach took me out the game. He walks by and he's laughing at me.
Larry Bird catches the ball in the corner. I take off running out at Larry Bird. And right when he's getting ready to shoot, I jump. And as I go by, him, he tells me, he says, "Fly, Bird." And then I go right by him. He shoots the ball. It's nothing but nylon.
Larry Bird was a pain in the neck.
Calvin Murphy, one of the greats. Hey, was he slow though? Think about that. If he's getting by everyone and getting everybody off balance, does that mean he's slow? Or is he fast? Think about that.
Anytime we had a chance to win, Larry Bird changed that.
Larry Bird.
That shot is so difficult.
Confidence you had, because you know if you ever got in trouble, give the ball to Larry and get out of his way, and he delivered.
Double teaming Bird. Larry, fake, ball away.
Do you remember? Well, you had the Bird night.
I had the
in
Bird night. Yeah, that was a tough night, man. The biggest argument that night is
that pass was crazy.
But nobody was guarding Bird, were they?
Well, we were trying.
You were trying to.
But when a guy is literally coming up the court, calling his shots, and Bird talked a lot of trash.
And that's in New Orleans.
That's in New Orleans. In that game, we're on the free throw line, and he literally says, "Left side over across the three," and you're listening to him. That's a tough feeling.
But okay, so you guys got Antoine Carr and Cliff Levingston got fined by Fratello, I think,
and Eddie Johnson for celebrating Bird. Yeah, it was the best film session. Every time when I see Mike, we still laugh.
God,
it was the greatest film session ever, because back then you didn't have you watched the real game and just went with a video. And Mike rewound the celebration 20 times. He just kept not the shot. He just kept rewinding it, showing the guys. You remember they're giving each other high five.
And then somebody falls.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta find you too, man. I gotta find you, man. Because why is y'all doing that?
Off the bench.
Yeah, that was Eddie Johnson. That was Eddie Johnson.
Yeah.
Eddie Johnson falls off the bench in laughter, and Antoine Carr and Cliff gives each other a high five. And our film session was 20 minutes of that. So it wasn't
somebody not playing good defense on Bird. It was you guys celebrating Larry Bird.
Fratello wouldn't let it go. It just kept rewinding.
Mike Fratello.
It was
I think Bird went by the bench one time too.
He fell in the bench.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and he called that one. That was the one where he fell in it. He literally said, off the glass into the trainer. And,
No way.
Yeah, and so it was a bad night.
When Larry got on the roll.
Cap. No way he said that, man.
Outside shooting the ball, every shot was going in.
Goodbye, she's gone.
I guess the 2-pointer was too close.
When he runs by the bench, he goes, that's a heat check. You see how hot it is. Right? It runs by Frank Layden, who's the funniest guy in the league. And Frank is coaching, and Larry says to him, hey, Frank, don't you have anybody on that bench that can guard me? He goes, so nobody out here can. Frank looked down at the bench, he goes, no.
He would look at you like, hey, what you doing out here? You better call somebody else. I even heard him tell the coach, hey, look, coach, you better get somebody else out here to guard me because I'm killing this guy.
In last year's
talking to the
Person
coach
was out to make
crazy.
Bird eat his words while adding a few choice comments of his own.
Chuck Person, he definitely has his reputation.
Chuck Persons might have been the only one who actually kind of held his own. Bird got the last laugh, obviously, but Chuck Persons was talking that talk and he was getting buckets. Hey, he was. But we know how it ends.
During the playoffs, he just went AWOL, and he just went to work.
Bird giving it back to him kind. Chuck Person can talk some trash to Larry Bird now. He scored the last 16 points.
You don't have time to work out for hours every.
Sheesh. Hold on. I am so sorry. I got this vegan pizza in the oven, man. I ain't trying to burn it. Let's see if my daughter answers. Crazy, man. Wow. She ain't answer. That's crazy. Disgusting.
I get it. But you also don't.
Yeah, to me, Larry Bird is the best trash talker. That's just my
Chuck
opinion.
and Larry down low. Greedy one another once again.
Oh.
He has caught fire.
And look at Bird.
Yeah, it is real special because I've known Chuck for a while and we always had run-ins, but it always seems like I get the last word.
Bird's ability to get the final word has made for many a magic moment. And this week, we relive a game when Larry was in rare form and Xavier McDaniel was eager to lend an ear.
Tie game. 13 seconds to play. Celtics basketball. No shot clock.
They called a timeout. He said, I'm going to get it. And I said, I know I'm going to be waiting. And then timeout, I'm going to go play. And I thought, this is what we're going to run. All right.
Yo. Best era of basketball for sure. They don't make them like they used to, man. You know I'm going to get it. Oh, I know you get it. I'm waiting on you. We need that energy.
Then you
Oh, my goodness.
go over here. And, hold
on.
You look the corner. And Mother just come over. And about that time, Larry steps in and says, Coach, why don't you just give me the ball and tell everybody to get out of the way? No. After the timeout, we walk back on the court. And Larry's going down to his position. So he tells Xavier, I'm getting the ball. Yeah, he said, I'm going to get it right here. I'm going to shoot it right in your face.
10 seconds. 5 and Bird has the basketball. Look out. 2 seconds on the clock.
And, he was like, I didn't mean to leave 2 seconds on the clock. And I walked back to the sideline like,
It's a bad man.
Larry Bird just phenomenal the way that he will contribute in the clutch time.
Larry was complaining to the refs, and I was complaining to the refs. And the next time down the court, he got in my face.
There we go.
38-6. That's how I summarize
Oh.
The 84 Olympic team was playing an exhibition game against a bunch of pros, including Larry Bird.
I'm glad he didn't show, you know what I'm saying, the scrap. I respect that.
And they were in the warm-ups. And a ball bounced down from the college end of the court to the pro end. And Michael Jordan went down to chase it. The ball happened to be picked up by Larry Bird. And Michael went up a few feet away from Larry Bird and held out his hands. And Bird took the ball and fired it back down the court over Jordan's head, as if to say, you're not only not getting this ball, I don't give a damn who you are. Larry Bird knows exactly who this guy is and what's going to happen in the next few years. And he wants to get every edge he can get right now.
I got to pull.
Hey, I never heard that one. That's different. That's different, man. See, we don't. But the NBA has changed so much, man. So much. I watch the WNBA a lot more. I watch it a lot more than NBA. The girls are even more physical now, man. I'm sorry, they just are, man. I don't know what happened to our game.
Hamstring. So I'm not playing tonight. He walks down to me. Man, I'm sorry you're not playing. But he said, I'm going to tell you what. Since you're here, I'm going to put a show on for you. You just sit back and watch, okay? And I'm like, man, get out of my face, man. I don't want to hear that. You know, that's Celtics and the Lakers. Every time he hit one, he look at me.
They're playing Washington in Washington one night.
Yo.
And Larry just hit what would have been the game-winning shot. But KC called timeout.
Yeah, this was crazy. This was crazy.
Larry came back to the bench, and he was a little upset.
He looks at the bench and says, hey guys, when I come back after timeout, I'm going to go right to the same spot. And I'm going to kick it in.
He told Washington, I'm going to get the ball.
2 seconds left. The Bullets by 1. Ames
Oh.
third. He gets a good shot.
Oh.
Boy, this is something else. Incredible.
Off the one leg?
Wins it at the buzzer.
Oh, so you corporate types are rock stars? Well, that's as ridiculous as rock stars.
Yo, man, Larry Legend, man. To me, the best trash talker of all time. Also, to me, oh, it's tough to say. I'm going to say it. The most clutch player in NBA history. Argue with somebody else, man. Argue with me. I'm Coach Wiz, man. Let me know what y'all want to see next, man. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace.